So Representative Burchett on CNN. So CNN's having a hard time. CNN is struggling. I think they're going through some emotional issues right now. And I guess, like Jim Acosta is just struggling to try and understand his role in the world now that he's been proven totally and utterly wrong. And in fact, a majority of the population disagrees with him. Let's see. And also, too, it turns out that he's not that powerful because Trump won. He didn't just win the Electoral College. He didn't just win the Senate and the House. He also won the popular vote. And Jim Acosta tried so hard to lie to people, to trick them into voting against their own best interests, to trick them into voting for, eternal mass migration. And just being okay with gangs running their Venezuelan gangs running their neighborhood. He tried so hard. It just didn't work. And you know what? It's just not fair. Jim Acosta thinks it's just not fair. Anyway, let's watch this.
I was at the White House covering the first Trump administration when they had rioting outside of the White House. I mean, that was covered on CNN. What you're saying, this is not Fox, Congressman.
Yeah, they covered. How did they cover the rioting outside of the White House in 2020? They made fun of Trump. They said that they had to clear out the rioters so they could have a photo op. They made fun of him. They called him Bunker Boy because he had to be taken down to the bunker because they were firebombing. They're firebombing the guard towers. I think it's something like 150 cops got injured that day. They tried to burn down the White House chapel. Yeah, they covered it. They covered it how they cover everything by narrative, by framing, by trying to frame Trump in a negative light, regardless of what's happening, regardless of how idiotic and insane it is. Hardly a defense, Jim Acosta.
You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes.
Yeah.
This is CNN. This is...
You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes. This is CNN. This is CNN. How about Hunter's laptop? How about that? What did you say? Spin a tail and pull the wool over everybody's eyes? How about the walls are closing in? How about Russia? How about Trump threatened to slaughter everybody if he didn't win the election? How about Trump called Nazis very fine people? What did you say, Jim? Did you say something about spinning a tail and trying to pull the wool over people's eyes? Is that what you said? How about joy? How about joy? How about Joe Biden's just fine? How about that? Anyway, let's continue.
The news. We're asking you to come on and tell the truth.
And that's why more people are watching the Cartoon Network SpongeBob reruns right now, Jim. Look, I left the White House during a riot. My life was threatened. My life has been threatened within the last few weeks, yet there's no coverage of that. And you all continue this narrative attacking Trump. You just can't stand the fact that he won and that America spoke.
Congressman,
and that your view is very diminished.
That's not the case at all.
And your view is very diminished.
I was at the...
I think it's pretty obvious that that's the case. I don't think anything can be more obvious than that. I think it's extremely obvious that that's the case. I think it's quite transparent. Costa's having a hard time with it. Turns out he's not as powerful. He and his colleagues are not as powerful as they thought they were. Also, it turns out that it's been disastrous for their ratings. Nobody's watching anymore. That's right. SpongeBob beats them. They get beaten by cartoons now, reruns of cartoons. I mean, what a fall for CNN, huh? What a fall. And it's all their fault. Yes, everyone's down, but you know what? Fox News is still doing pretty good. Why? Because they didn't lie about Trump. They didn't lie about Trump. Are they biased? Yes. Do they admit they're biased? Yes. That's part of the problem for CNN. They don't admit to their bias. If they actually admit to it, it'd probably help them. They wouldn't seem quite actually as grotesque if they at least made the concession that, yes, we are just providing narrative. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.